Hello everyone, and welcome back to Crypto 9 News. I'm your host Tony Lee, and today I'm wanting to go over a couple of things within the crypto space. But before I begin, I have to start with this. I am not a financial advisor. Anything I say or do should not be considered financial advice. Please, please, please do your own research. Now with that out of the way, let's look at the current market cap. So right now we're sitting at an $849 billion market cap. I know earlier this year we were in the trillions, but I'm sure all of you have know about price. We'll get into that later. Well, you know what? We'll do it right now. Sure, all of you have heard about the recent collapse of FTX and what was the other one? What was the other exchange that recently collapsed? I can't think of it right off the top of my head, but there's been exchanges collapsing. So I believe that's part of the reason why we're in this situation, as well as everything going on with the market, as well as with the stock market and inflation. So that's the reason we're in the billions right now. But let's look at the top 10 coins. So coming in number one is Bitcoin at 17,154, Ethereum number two at 1,268, Tether number three at $1, BNB number four at 274, USD coin number five at 99 cent, number six Binance at 99 cent, number seven XRP at 38 cents, number eight Dogecoin at 9 cent, and number 9 Cardano at 30 cent. Wow, that's pretty low. And number 10 Polygon at 90 cent. All right, so let's look at the crypto fear and greed index right now. So right now we're at a 27. Now anything between 0 and 25 is extreme fear. Anything from 25 to 50 is fear, not extreme. 50 to 75, excuse me, if I'm not mistaken, would be greed, and anything from 75 went up to 100 is extreme greed. So right now we're still fearful, and I believe it has a lot to do with the FTX collapse right now. So let's look into our first story. So let's see here. It says how to own a digital currency, 4 easy steps to learn. Now, some of you may already know how to get cryptocurrency. So for those of you all who know this, you can fast forward to the next story. But for those of you who don't know, I'm going to go through this story real quickly. It says cryptocurrencies are coefficient vectors that may be traded on a worldwide market that is open around the clock. You have a number of different choices available to you in the event that you are interested, including cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin in your investment portfolio. So it's 4 things that you have to really, I guess, be aware of. So the first one is finding the right crypto exchange for you. Now that is key because, like I said, we saw what happened with the FTX exchange. And it can happen to any of them. None of them are truly 100%. Well, I say none of them are truly 100% safe. You know, anything can happen to any of them. So it's just something to keep in mind. So it says selecting a trading platform is the initial step towards engaging in cryptocurrency transactions. Either a regular broker or a cryptocurrency exchange may be used. Only a small number of online brokers currently facilitate the purchase and sale of cryptocurrencies alongside traditional financial assets like shares, bonds, and exchange traded funds. So if I'm not mistaken, online broker will be considered something like Robinhood. Or if I'm not mistaken, even TD, I think TD Ameritrade, you might even be able to buy Bitcoin at least, if I'm not mistaken. So it says you can save money on trading fees while using these platforms, but you'll have to make do with fewer crypto features, that's for sure. There are various cryptocurrency exchanges to pick from, each with its own selection of coins, wallet services, interest-bearing account tiers, and more. Asset-based fees are common at several marketplaces like Immediate Edge and other trading-assisted platforms. So it says, let's see here. Feeding the account. Trading can begin once you select a cryptocurrency exchange/online broker and deposit funds into your trading account. Most cryptocurrency exchanges support the use of fiat currencies like the US dollar or even the euro for cryptocurrency purchases though this varies by platform. However, several cryptocurrency exchanges, including Coinbase, do not permit purchases made with credit cards due to the inherent risk involved. Though it is highly significant to understand that not all companies are credit card friendly due to the extreme volatility of cryptocurrencies, it may not be wise to use credit cards to make purchases unless absolutely necessary. So that's the second step. The third step will be placing the order to buy. In most cases, all it takes to place an order is a few clicks on the web or mobile interface of your broker or exchange. Select buy. Select the order type, input the quantity, and confirm the order to buy cryptocurrency. Sell orders follow the same procedure. However, the execution price of your trades will differ depending on the kind of order you place. Trade orders, limit orders, and stop orders are the three primary types of orders. And the last, but definitely not the least step, will be finding a storage method that best fits the needs. So after making a Bitcoin purchase, keeping it secure from hackers and thieves is a top priority. Where cryptocurrencies devices come in is here. One way to securely handle the encryption information to your cryptocurrency holdings is a crypto wallet, which can either be a real world object or a piece of internet software. These trading systems allow users to safely and simply save their purchased cryptocurrencies via the option of inbuilt storage systems, aka crypto wallets. However, you shouldn't expect to find wallet services at every exchange or broker. So if I'm not mistaken, Coinbase has one, and who else has a wallet? Which other crypto exchange has a wallet? I want to say Binance has one as well. I know about Coinbase and Binance. I think crypto.com has one as well. Crypto.com. So those are the only three I can really think of right now off the top of my head. So yeah, and this is the final thoughts. The buying and selling of cryptocurrencies are not restricted to one single option. Rather, the investors have a bundle of options like brokerage and other trading management systems. In most circumstances, you will be able to fund your profile with deposits made using a credit or debit card, ACH transfers, or money transfers. The next stage after opening a cryptocurrency trading account and funding it is to familiarize yourself with the various trading orders at your disposal. Excuse me. It says the final cost you pay for certain assets may be affected by these orders. Even though storing cryptographic assets isn't required, doing so can be helpful in protecting your holdings from being stolen or destroyed by hackers or other types of criminals. So it's always good to get a crypto wallet of some kind, some sort. There's a saying that says, not your keys, not your crypto. So when you buy crypto off of an exchange, if I'm not mistaken, they have the keys on their exchange. And even though you purchased it and even though it is under your account, by those keys being with the exchange, I guess they hold the crypto. So if anything happens, your crypto is gone. However, if you get a software wallet or a hardware wallet, if anything is to happen to any of the exchanges, but they are on the hardware wallet, let's say for instance, then your crypto is safe because your keys are within the hardware wallet. So it's not your keys, not your crypto. So that's just something to look out for, something to think about. Moving on to the next story. So it says Coinbase stock hits new all-time low amid plummeting revenues. So Coinbase stock coin continues to slide as the exchange braces for year-end figures that grossly underperform its 2021 numbers. So it says last Tuesday, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong said that the crypto exchange's 2022 revenue will be 50% or less than that of the prior year. By Monday's opening this week, coin had fallen to $39.65, its lowest price ever. The figure represents a 60% drop from $98 in early August. Wow. When the exchange experienced a brief rally on news of its partnership with BlackRock. At the time, the asset management giant began offering institutional access to Bitcoin trading and custody to users of its Aladdin platform with support for Coinbase Prime. Besides that, Coinbase year has been a slow bleed, now down 83% over the past 12 months. Its troubles are quite familiar to the rest of the crypto industry, which has collectively suffered alongside a sinking crypto market and macroeconomic headwinds. So as you all know, everything that's going on in the market right now with the inflation, with everything going on overseas, it's just a lot going on right now. So, and not only the stock market is affected by this, but as we see, because crypto is as well. So, yeah. Says many such firms have also been forced to enact mass layoffs to stay above water during the bear market, including Coinbase, 18% of its staff. Wow. OpenSea 20%, and most recently Kraken 30%. Yeah, so nevertheless, one crypto bullish company seems eager to catch knives. Catch knives. Amid the chaos, that's Kathy Wood's ARK Invest. The tech-focused investment manager bought 78,000 coin shares last week for $40 a piece, roughly. That brings its total holdings up to 5.7 million shares. Wow. So yeah, that's something. So like I said, we'll just have to see what happens. Like I said, they say we're headed towards a massive recession coming up next year. Well, in less than a month, really. 2023. So, this Coinbase's coin shares could go down a lot further. So, hey, I mean, like I said, we'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, we won't be like this forever. Right now, we're in the bear market. Right now, everything is down. So, we'll just have to see. Wait and see. All right, let's move on to the next story. It says massive spike in Bitcoin accumulation from retail investors after FTX collapse. Smaller Bitcoin investors do not seem deterred by the loud collapse of FTX. The cryptocurrency industry saw one of the most spectacular crashes of its giants earlier this month, which cast doubt over the entire market and investors' perspectives on it. However, on-chain data shows that retail investors have continued accumulating Bitcoin with enhanced appetite, buying the dip, as they say. Crabs and strips keep buying. So it says Bitcoin strips is categorized by Glassnode and other analytic platforms are entities holding up to one whole Bitcoin. These types of wallets have previously spiked during bull cycles when the asset's price was increasingly rapid. They tend to act differently in bear markets, either standing on the sideline or simply disposing of their holdings, although there's no clear community consensus on whether Bitcoin is bottom, yet now the asset has been unquestionably in a bear cycle state for the past several months. Okay. Yet these entities resumed accumulating earlier this month, which coincided with the FTX collapse. In fact, they purchased 96,000 Bitcoin in the past few weeks, which is an all-time high balance increase. The company's recent report said that they hold over 1.21 million Bitcoin, or about 6.3% of the circulating supply. So yeah, I mean, like I said, people, because I guess we've seen this happen time and time again. If I'm not mistaken, the so the bear market happened in 2013, or was it 2014? Then we saw another bear market happen around the end of 2017/2018. Then we saw another one happen like right now. So it's like it's I mean it's like history. When I say the term history repeats itself, like this is a perfect example. We've seen bull runs, we've seen bear markets, we've seen it's just like the same thing happens over and over and over again. So people are saying, like, I'm just assuming people are saying that, hey, we're gonna see another bull run. We're going to. It's just we can't stay in a bear market forever. We're gonna see another bull run. So while everything is low, why not buy? I'm saying that's what they're probably saying. I'm not telling anybody to do this. I'm just saying probably why they're buying these dips, or why they're buying these dips when it seems like everything is just everything is just plummeting, basically. They're probably saying, okay, eventually we're going to see a bear run. I guess it's just a matter of holding out, waiting, and ultimately being patient. And I think I'm starting to see now a lot of, whether you're dealing with the stock market or the crypto market, anything, a lot of, you don't necessarily have to be a genius to do any of this stuff. It just requires buying and holding and being patient. Especially, like I said, if you know that the market's not going to be this way forever, you know that eventually it's going to go back up, right? So it's just a matter of being patient. And I think Warren Buffett said it's more so a thing of psychology. Everyone buys when everything is going up, but when everything is going down, oh no, 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 I have to sell, I have to sell, I have to sell. I don't want to buy during this time. When really, when everybody is selling, the prices are low. A lot of people are saying, hey, that's the time to buy, because eventually, like I keep repeating, things are gonna go back up. And when they go back up, then that'll be the time to sell when everyone else is buying. So, I mean, like I said, it's a lot of it is psychology. It's psychology at the end of the day. And I'm starting to learn that the more and more I read on to these stories, the more and more I study the markets. It's psychology. It's psychology. So I pounded on that point a lot. So I guess let's move on to the last story. Okay, here's how much. I was debating on whether or not to do this story, but I said, you know what? I'm going to do this story. It says, here's how much your $100 investment in Terra Classic will be worth if Luna C reaches $1. If Luna C reaches the now, usually I don't do speculation stories. I try to stay away from them. If you invest this much, then when it reaches this much, you'll have this much. But I think this goes back to the point I was harping on earlier of just being patient and just buying, holding, and just seeing what happens, waiting for the next bull run. So this is just a story I'm gonna go over, and like I said, I found it to be interesting, and maybe you all will too. So it says, yes, there is risk attached to it, and you might lose your $100 if things go sideways, but the upside is to die for. So it says Terra Classic, or Lone C, is currently trading at 0.000, that's 3 zeros after the dot, 166, and has lost 5.88% of its value in the last 7 days and 8.55% in the last 30 days. The price of Lone C has seen a gradual decline in the span of 1 year. It is down by 39.49% in the last 60 days, 54.40% in the last 90 days, and 100% year to date. According to Coin Market Cap, there is no doubt that the prices are near the bottom. There is no doubt that the prices are near the wow. Yeah, they're pretty low. And like I said, they potentially could go lower. Like I said, the recessions, I heard it's going to be a really big one next year. So the 0.000 is 3 zeros, 166. It could go down a lot lower than that. We don't know. We'll see. However, many believe that the tides will turn in the next bull run and Lone C will cross the dollar mark. So, according to crypto price prediction platforms Wallet Investor, Lone C has a positive outlook based on current data. Its AI analyst predicts that Lone C prices will skyrocket in the near future. Part of this is probably due to the fact that Lone C, or Terra Classic, has a big community behind it, same as Dogecoin has a community behind it, same as Shiba Inu has a community behind it, same as ApeCoin has a community behind it as well. So these communities are really what's the driving force for some of these projects. So it says how much money you would make if it reaches $1. It says, let's assume that it hits $1 in the coming years with the backing of such a huge community. This assumption is not misplaced. As we saw earlier with Bitcoin, if a large number of people back something, its value will undoubtedly rise. So the question is, how much money would you make if you invested X amount in Lone C today? Let's say you invested a modest $100 in it today. So according to today's price, which is, if you didn't hear earlier, 1, 2, 3, 3 zeros, 166, you will have 602,409.63 Lone C, or Terra Luna coins, Terra Luna Classic coins. And if Terra Classic hits $1 in the next few years, your $100 that you invested, I'm assuming like today, or you invested around this time frame, In the next few years, your $100 will become 602,409. It says simply making you rich as hell. I'm not gonna say rich as hell. You wouldn't be. I mean, that's a lot of money. I'm not gonna say you're filthy rich, but it is a lot of money. But that was off of a $100 investment and just sitting and waiting. Now, I'm not telling you all to do anything. Like, this is not financial advice, but remember what I was saying earlier about Warren Buffett saying something about when dealing with the market, it's psychological. You're dealing more with psychology than anything. You don't have to be a genius. It's just more so of when people are buying, that's when you're selling. But when people are selling, that's when you're buying. People are fearful during, like you said, I just read how people are fearful during these bear markets when, and then like I said, you see extreme greed when the bull market comes. But like I said, as we saw earlier as well, some people, hey, despite FTX collapsing, despite Terra Luna Classic or Terra Luna, excuse me, going collapsing, despite I believe other crypto exchanges collapsing, despite everything that's going on, people are still accumulating because they know that despite times being the way they are right now, eventually we will see another bull run. Whether it be next year, whether it be the year after that, whether it be the year after that, I don't know exactly when, but it's coming. It's coming. So, like I said, this example right here, $100 right now could potentially come $602,409 if Terra Classic hits $1. And this article said in the next few years. So if we're in 2022 right now, a few years from now is 2025. $100. So let me move on. So it says, yes, there is risk attached to it, and you might lose this $100 if things go sideways. But the upside is to die for. You can virtually make approximately 6,024x return on your investment. Similarly, if you buy $1,000 worth of Terra Luna Classic coins today, you will have around 6,024,096 coins. You could potentially make $6 million, 24,096. A little over $6 million if Terra Classic reaches the dollar mark. So, yeah, like I said, I normally don't do stories about, well, if it reaches this much, how would you make, or this would. I normally just try to stick to different news pieces that I find interesting, that I find that you all might be interested in if you all hear it. But I found that one to be very interesting because those types of returns, you don't see those in the stock market at all. And if you do, it's extremely, extremely rare. Now, like I said, you could potentially lose the whole $100, or if you did 1,000, you could potentially lose the whole 1,000. But that return, if in fact it were to hit that mark, it's to me, like I said, I'm not gonna say it's to die for, but it's something for me at least to think about, because that's like I said, you don't see that within the stock market at all, So yeah, that was that news story on if Terra Classic ever reaches $1 with a $100 investment or a $1,000 investment. So that was the news for tonight. Thank you all so much for listening. Once again, I am Tony Lee, and until next time.